I want to know if there is any way to motivate this part before the district.
So, Councillor Chambers, that is not the current motion. Gyro Beach is not the current motion. The current motion is the report that's been read in. The Gyro Park piece is a separate topic.
Thank you. I was asking a question to the CAO about it, and I'm wondering if this district...
Councillor Chambers, you could ask a question, but after this motion, that question you're asking is not germane to this motion. Gyro Park and the issues of distress that we heard today are not germane to this particular motion.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I will bring them up in the next part, but I'm very much not liking to get interrupted all the time, and I'm very much...
Councillor Chambers.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Chambers, one of the roles I have as chair, and any chair here, is to keep us focused on the matter at hand. It's not comfortable work, and to be honest, I don't like doing it. But when you wander, or anybody wanders off the topic at hand, it's incumbent on me to remind council, please stay to the topic on hand. It doesn't mean to say that what the other topic is unworthy. It just means it's in the correct place. And it's incumbent on members of council, it's incumbent on all members of council to understand our protocols. And it is my job, if you feel it's interrupted you, then stay on topic and you won't be interrupted. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Are you done?
If you wish to have the floor, you can continue. But please stay on topic.
I can support the district-wide strategy. I think it's a good idea, but I do believe that we have other business to attend here tonight that is very important.
Madam Clerk, next item.
I received an email from Councillor Chambers that she has a related motion, or maybe it was a notice of motion.
Thank you.
So, just for clarity, is this a business arising from the motion that just passed? Is that what you're asking for? Because I don't know if a notice of motion comes in at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No,
just a second, let me get clarification, staff.
I wasn't sure if it was a notice of motion because of the wording of the email. So my impression was that it was business arising, but I wasn't sure from the wording.
Okay, thank you. So now you've confirmed. I'll come back to Councillor Chambers. So, Councillor Chambers, can you confirm what your item is, please?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have a motion arising.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have heard everything here tonight, and I will like to try to make a motion and try and find a seconder. And that is that prior to the regional-wide leash law that, I'm sorry, what was it called? Sorry, from the last item. Sorry. The district-wide strategy for sharing Saanich's parks. I was wondering if I could find a seconder that would second me in asking for safety that the access points for Cadboro Bay Beach be not included and be able to be used now for bathroom and for entrance into the park by dog owners, as this is becoming a safety issue. This isn't a very beautiful motion, and perhaps I could have a little assistance, but this is where I'm going if there is somebody who would support me in this.
The timing of the return of the third reading is really, it hinges on the work of Saanich Police, and they have to be able to undertake that work, that research, and being able to bring the information to council. And as Mayor Haynes points out, that target time is that sort of mid-July timeframe for that information coming back.
Thank you. So, Councillor Chambers, does that help?
Thank you. It does help, although last meeting it was said that it was 2 weeks, and that was the only reason why I could support it to begin with. And this is a safety issue, and for me personally, even coming down Penryn is a safety issue.
I need to clarify that because I was asked the question and I said I could not respond on behalf of Saanich Police how long the research would take, but I said it will take weeks. Not 2 weeks, weeks.
Councillor Chambers.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Well, I have the great fortune in my life of having different experiences. I own a dog. I have had a dog my whole life. I also rent where I live, and I also own a home. And quite frankly, I do not agree with this for several reasons. I do not like the control that, and it's not the first time this control of what owners should do, whether they should build big enough to the allowance that they're allowed or what. But I don't believe that we can control an ability for somebody to rent out their house that they have spent their life's income on to potentially getting ruined by dogs. Personally, I own a little tiny 900 square foot heritage house on Bethune Avenue. It is a tiny little heritage house with hardwood floors, plate rails. It's from 1910, and I do not want tenants with a dog in there. I'm sorry, I do not. And that is my right. I own my house, and I have put all of my money that I have earned into fixing my house, which I couldn't do when I lived there. So I do not agree that this should change, and I think that people should, if they want to be able to rent their house out to dogs, some people have allergies, severe allergies, and no, I don't think this is about equality. I think this is about rights and control, and I think this is about, I really believe that this would actually make the housing crisis worse, because if I knew that I had to rent my house out to someone with dogs, I might not do it, because the amount of money, and also my garden has sensitive plants, so it's down by Swan Lake, and they're sensitive ecosystems, and I've been working on them for 20 years, and no dogs, so I can't support this. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I'm sorry, I can't support this motion. I feel that it is a target on single-family homes. Again,
Point of order.
Councillor, thank you. I recognize. Can you explain your point of order, please?
Yes, we are discussing a motion simply on reconsideration and nothing further. Thank you.
So, Councillor Chambers, let me explain. So, before we can discuss the actual motion itself, which is the issue that you started to talk about, we have to decide that, yes, we're going to consider the motion. Okay, thank you. So I sustain the point of order.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, and no, I do not support it.
Thank you. Coming to Councillor Chambers.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I have one question to the CAO and then two comments. Formerly, in my first year, I brought a motion forward and I was defeated. And I did try and bring it back, and I was told that only the mayor can bring things back. And can you please give me just a general rule about bringing things back once defeated?
I would advise you that section 41A of the procedure bylaw states that after any motion has been decided, it shall not be reconsidered by council for a period of 6 months unless a motion to reconsider it is passed by a majority of the members present.
Okay, so I see that's happened, and although I was not in favor, I will continue to speak. So I would really hope that we can really think about this, because I don't like the idea. So many people, okay, people are judging single-family homeowners because they're not living in apartments.
Point of order. Thank you. What is your point of order?
I don't find many of these comments relevant to the motion on the floor, which is to consider a subclass for residential property taxes.
So I sustain your point of order. Councillor Chambers, you've wandered off of the current topic, which is the
Thank
two
you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Chambers, please don't cut me off when I'm still speaking. So please guide yourself to talk about the issue of the motion that's on the floor.
Thank you. I'm just noticing how some people wander and you don't talk to them about it. It's really unfair.
Councillor Chambers.
I
that
do
is-
not agree with this. I'm opposed.
Thank you. Other members of council?